everybody.
How's it going? I'm Kayla. I'm our lead youth minister here at FirstMethodist.Church, and this is...
I'm Hayden. I'm the campus youth minister at this Canyon Campus Church.
Yes, and then also Sabby, our Amarillo campus youth minister, is here in spirit, so we just want to shout out to her. But hey, we wanted to come to you today to tell you about an event that's coming up with our youth ministry called the 30-Hour Famine. In case you're not familiar with it, we really just wanted to answer some questions that we heard about.
Yeah, we had a question box in the back. You put some questions back there, and we just decided to answer those questions that we found in the question box.
They were real questions that needed real answers, and so here they are. I hope you're ready. Let's go. Question number 1. What is the 30-Hour Famine, and what is World Vision?
That's a good question.
I know, right? So I thought I'd start with just telling you a little bit about what World Vision is, because the 30-Hour Famine is an event sponsored by World Vision. World Vision is a Christian humanitarian organization that is dedicated to working with children and families and their communities worldwide to help people tackle issues like poverty and hunger. They are motivated by their faith in Jesus Christ. They serve alongside the poor and the oppressed, and they just want to show God's love to all people. If you want to hear more about World Vision or learn more about them, their website is www.worldvision.org. I would encourage you to go check them out if you're not familiar with them and the work that they do. They're really a great group. But why don't you tell us a little bit about the famine specifically, Hayden?
Specifically, the 30-Hour Famine is a youth event where students come together and they learn more about hunger in the world, and it's a great fundraiser for World Vision and for World Hunger to help feed and care for children that are living in poverty. Students around the nation participate in the famine throughout the year, and our date this year is going to be the weekend of the 19th and the 20th of November. And so that's going to be a Friday and a Saturday where the students are just going to come up. We're going to kick it off in Amarillo with some worship. We're going to do some really fun games throughout the rest of the day. We're going to do some games at the Amarillo campus. We're going to do some games here at this campus. And then Friday night is where we're going to stay all night here, still participating in the 30-Hour Famine, wake up that next morning, and continue it into Saturday.
Hayden, what does the 30-Hour Famine include and consist of? What will they be doing during the weekend?
That's a good question.
That was another question I heard in the question box.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool to answer that.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I get to that, though, let me just tell you that we got showers here for all of you shower enthusiasts out there.
I've never seen them.
Really?
I still haven't seen them.
They're right over there.
But I believe it, because
they're here.
You have to believe it to see it.
So Kayla asked the question about, what does the weekend include or consist of? And I went about that just a little bit. So the day of the 19th and the 20th, that famine weekend, students are going to get up close and personal with hunger by going 30 hours without food. And we're going to talk more about fasting here in a minute. Kayla's going to address that. But World Vision, they provide a lot of activities and a lot of help in making this a fun and educational and life-changing experience. They're going to meet at the church on Friday evening. They're going to have worship. They're going to play games. They're going to have discussions, all while learning more about kids around the world and how they deal with poverty, what they feel when they're hungry, and they're going to learn what it's like to be hungry for 30 hours. And they're raising money that goes to World Vision to be used for hunger and poverty relief work. Just $40 raised will help feed one kid for an entire month somewhere around the world. That's what World Vision does.
That's awesome.
So, people were wondering, what the heck is fasting?
What is it, and how do we do it?
We got some
FAQs. Where did it come from? Huh?
FAQs? FAQs.
Yeah. That was in the question box. There were some frequently asked questions in the frequently asked question box. Okay, so
2 different boxes, by the way.
Yeah.
There are frequently asked questions box and
just a regular
questions box.
Yeah. So fasting may sound scary or unfamiliar to students and to parents. I know when we first announced it to students, we got a lot of stares of, I'm going to go without food for how long? But I want to clear up some of that. First of all, fasting for 30 hours is completely safe for most people. Fasting is biblical. It's a safe spiritual discipline that a lot of Christians participate in regularly. Students, they're going to stay well hydrated. We're going to have them drinking water and juice throughout the weekend. But there are definitely circumstances that would prevent a student from being able to fast safely. Sometimes medication that you're on, some conditions that people might have would prevent them from being able to fast. Now, we want to help accommodate those students in that case. We want to help them to still be able to participate in the 30-hour famine, but doing that safely. And so if that is a concern that you have or an issue that your student is facing, please talk to one of the youth staff. We would love to visit more about how can we make it work for them where they can still participate, but also be safe. Some students also have athletic events or something going on where they need something in their body more than juice in order to participate in their sport or their activity. That's another thing. Please talk to us if you have concerns about that, and we would love to work with you to try to make those accommodations as needed. But for students who are participating in the fast, they're going to begin their fast on Friday after lunch. So they'll eat lunch at school like normal, and then they'll start their fast after lunch, and then we break our fast on Saturday evening at church. So basically they're going without 3 meals: supper, breakfast, and lunch. Now again, we're going to try to keep everyone hydrated through the weekend, giving them juice and water, having those regular breaks where we're making them drink. But if you have any other questions about or concerns about that part of the weekend, please let us know. Please contact us. We'd love to visit more about it. But I will tell you that I've participated in 4 or 5 famines now as a youth minister, and that is one of the most life-changing parts, I think, of the weekend, is that students, first of all, they get to experience that, hey, I've just fasted for 30 hours through God's provision and strength. That's life-changing, but also that they get a taste of what it's like to be hungry and what kids around the world might be feeling that are living in poverty and those kind of conditions. So it's really a life-changing part of the weekend that is very cool, but it can be scary and it can be unfamiliar, and we want to help walk through that so that your student can participate and you can feel comfortable with that. So
yeah, and just feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns about the event throughout the weekend. Just go ahead and just send those questions to us. Our numbers are on the page.
Yeah, or the question box in the back.
Or the question box in the back. And
yeah.
So speaking of the question box in the back, so we have another question. Can students come and go throughout the weekend?
Well, it's kind of like that song, Where Does It Come From? Where Does It Go? Where does it come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I remember that song.
Yeah. It's a real thing. Okay, so yes, while we hope that students could participate in the whole weekend and stay the whole time, that would be awesome. We understand that there's things that would cause the students to need to leave for different activities. That is totally doable. All we ask is that you communicate that with us in advance. Let us know when your student needs to leave, who is going to pick them up, or if they're going to drive themselves, those details, so that we can be prepared and just make sure everybody's safe. So, saying all that, Hayden, I'll ask you, there were some questions about fundraising, like how are we fundraising? What is fundraising? What does the money go to? How can they raise money? Why don't you take that one away?
That's a good question. Again, from the question box in the back. Some of you, when you hear the word fundraising, you might get a little nervous. Others may get a little excited due to past fundraising events and what comes from fundraising. And we'll tell you about what's going to come from fundraising here in a minute. So I just wanted to talk about what that looks like for the famine. So leading up to the famine, we're going to encourage students, and you can do the same, parents. You can encourage your students to give up different things like sodas, like fast food, different things that they may spend money on throughout the week, and put that aside to donate to the famine and to this fundraiser. And you, parents, can do the same. And we really encourage these students to go out to ask family, to ask friends for donations for this event, and just to let them know that giving up something that they may have every day or every week, they can go without, so that others can benefit from us donating and fundraising for this cause. But as they're fundraising, we just want to remind you that just $40 will feed a kid for an entire month, which is an awesome opportunity for these guys and for the students around the world and the kids around the world that deal with hunger and that deal with poverty. And so they can get a fundraising link right from our social media. You can check this link for an event that can be shared on social media and that you can give to people whenever they ask about fundraising. So this year, we have a big goal of $7,200. This $7,200 would feed 15 children for an entire year. And if we hit our goal, there's going to be some things that happen. One, we're going to celebrate because that's what we've chosen to do, and we're going to feed 15 kids for a whole year. That is something to celebrate, not only for the youth but for the church. But also, there's going to be some fun things. We say fun, some different, interesting things that the youth staff and youth helpers will have to do when that 7,200 hits. It'll be maybe dyeing someone's hair purple, maybe shaving someone's head, maybe taping bread all over someone's clothes and sending them to the duck pond to be chased by the ducks and the geese. A really messed up game of duck, duck, goose, let me tell you. But these are just some of the things that we have in mind. There's going to be other, things that other people will do. But that's just a sneak peek, just for you. And so all donations to World Vision are tax deductible. And so to conclude this video, Kayla.
Yeah. So thank y'all so much for listening. I hope that this has been a helpful, some information. Please reach out with any questions you have. But here's where we're going to go from here. Sign-ups open October 20th. To sign up, this is what they need to do. Students need to let a youth staff member know, hey, I want to participate in the famine. We need their t-shirt size. And when they sign up, they're going to get a orange 30-hour famine bracelet. This is for them to wear as a reminder to pray for the famine, to prepare their hearts for the famine, but also to fundraise. And also when they sign up, they're going to get an envelope. And inside that envelope, there's going to be some information. So it's going to have a schedule for the weekend. It's going to have some information about how they can raise money online. That link that Hayden was talking about a minute ago will be on there. And they share this link on social media. Their friends or family can see that link, click on it, give online that goes directly to our team's fundraising goal. There will also be some just some information about the fundraising in general. That envelope will also be for them to keep to any money that they collect. They can stick in that envelope and bring it to the weekend to turn in for the fundraiser. The t-shirts for the weekend are going to be $10. That's the only cost associated with the famine weekend is $10 for their t-shirt. I am so excited about this event coming up. I think it's going to be life-changing for our students, and I hope and pray that they're going to be excited and participate. And if you have any questions, any needs along the way, that you just please know we're here. Reach out to us and let us know if we can do anything. You got anything else for the good of the people?
We're excited. We're going to have some fun. We hope that you guys can join us, and we hope that maybe we can reach or surpass our fundraising goal. That's up to you.
Only you can fundraise for the famine. See you guys later.
All right, bye.